welcome to episode 53 of Scar Bearers. I'm Chris DT Gordon, now international speaker. I'm so excited to say that. You know, it's a beauty what the internet can help you do in this day and age. It's so great to have you here today. And speaking of technological wonders, if you want Nate and Britton Barron to help you out with your post-production and theme music needs, you can reach them at, right there we go, Nate Barron. So folks, you know, the fruits of your labor come up when you keep working. And so far, I'm very blessed to say I've got a lot going on right now. If you go to linktr.ee/Chris DT Gordon, you can find out what I'm doing on my podcast, of course, as well as a YouTube channel, my new online store, Chris DT Gordon's Tag and Pop Shop. I have the Facebook page, Instagram, my speaker pages. So come check it out and let me know how I can use my message to benefit you and or your students. Today, I am with a fellow educator and extremely powerful warrior, Arthur Mitchell. Arthur, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fine, Chris, man. Thanks you once again for having me on your show, sir.
Oh, my pleasure indeed, sir. So as I said before, that you and I both work with children with disabilities, and we are both bearers of scars. But this work that you've been doing has started a lot longer, it started a lot earlier for you than it did for me. Why don't you go ahead and tell us that story, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it once again. So I'm going to take y'all back down memory lane. I like to start back from the beginning, like in the story, start from the root for where it came from to show you how it's going now. So take you back down memory lane. So at the age of 6, a lot of us know we outside on the jungle gym, playing in the sand and doing different things as as young kids would do at age of 6. But I remember my day, I was trying to see. So at the age of 6, I was diagnosed with an eye disease called keratoconus. And what keratoconus is the eye disease, how your eyes oval. But mine is pressure on my pupil causing my vision to be blurry. So finding it out at the age of 6 is very unusual for me, childhood unusual, couldn't do certain things children could do. Couldn't do certain things, man, as do your friends do, like playing how to go see, because I was trying to see, we tried glasses, the glasses didn't work. So do so many different things I was dealing with at that present moment that allowed me to really continue to go on my journey and understand it's a process to everything. So having that and understanding, no, I'm gonna go through this. It's gonna be possible as I continue to go through it. In middle school, it got worse. With bullying. So many asking questions because at their age, at the age, about 10, 11, they want to ask questions like, "Why you look like that? What's going on with you? Why you can't see? Why your eyes so different? Why you so close to the board?" So many questions they asked me, but I couldn't answer because at that time still I was still knowing what the disease was, but also they wouldn't understand what it was. If I told them, because research says only 1 in 2,000 people have that disease, meaning that of course I was a lucky one, to get the disease. So maybe to tell another teenager about the disease has been very rare. So I just kept it all inside and bottled it up, but it allowed me know to understand it's a purpose behind this. At the age that they understand was a purpose behind this. So following along, to high school, I was able then to understand, still the situation, want to play football, couldn't do what I want to do, want to do so many things because I was trying to find they tried contacts, tried glasses, tried so many different things for this eye disease to be better, but nothing worked. And I just kept getting frustrated. I began to act out in school, act out on my friends, just do so many different things because we didn't know what to do. No, we didn't understand the reason why this was happening. So so further on that, end up going graduating school, by the grace of God, because the grade wasn't at the best, different thing. Because I was trying to fill that void. We're dealing with a disability and people don't understand us. We try to fill a void, and it could be the bad thing, it could be the positive thing, but I chose the bad thing. So, dealing with that and allowing me to really understand that it's still something behind this, Chris. Something behind what's going on. I couldn't put my foot on it, couldn't think about it, but something behind this purpose. Why? No, why this happening to me? Why I'm not normal?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, and then, 1 second, Art. One thing I want to talk about is that we both work with disability as kids with disabilities, and a lot of the times those behaviors that kids exhibit stem from those disabilities. And a lot of people, they see the behavior, but they don't see the cause of it. And I know
Yeah.
that this probably helped you with understanding kids with disabilities and their struggles because you lived it firsthand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, go ahead and continue.
Oh, no problem, no problem, no problem. Yeah, and that's true because they don't like they look at the outer, but they don't understand the inner. The internalized what we're going through. We really can't see, or we really can't do this, or we really can't read this. So much internalization they don't see because all they see the outside of it, the outside appearance. Maybe smiling, maybe happy, maybe sad. So they don't understand this. So moving along, as I got to high school, things became a little more difficult for, like I said, in the graduating. So as in the graduating different things, trying so many different things, stronger glasses. Contacts didn't work at all because it irritated my eyes, were hard to put on. But also I was a young kid, so I was very immature with those. I would break them, or things that happened to them where sleeping in. This the typical thing I know a young kid would do because we young, we didn't know what to do with contact. And having contacts at an early age was kind of difficult for me anyway.
Yeah,
So moving
and
along,
those versus contacts now. I mean, when you, I'm not. I remember the first time I used contacts. It was like I was poking my eye repeatedly with my finger. It takes so much practice, and I was an adult. So a kid trying to do contacts, yeah, that's a struggle.
It was, man. Then having my parents try to do it, then had my mom do it, had my dad do it. They were just so much, and I tried to do it, so much, and they had a thing called a plunger, and then you could take the contact, put it there. That didn't work. It was just cause my eyes were sensitive. I was light sensitive, but this gentleman, have somebody poke your eye, you're gonna be blinking, and eyes go left and right. You don't know what's going on. So trying out that, it didn't work, and then wearing glasses. So at that present moment, I just had to wear glasses and just struggle with it. Just keep on going there. But I was introduced to an eye care place in Durham, North Carolina called the Cornell Durham Eye Care Center. And Durham Eye Care Center, we had an awesome doctor, man. I love this guy, Alan Carson. He was a keratoconus specialist.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got to him, he began to tell me about eye situation, told me about a procedure called a corneal transplant. Now, when I tell you what the corneal transplant is, it's a surgery that it helps, but it kind of rare. So a corneal transplant is where they take your corneal out and they give you the deceased corneal.
Okay.
So they take your cornea out, give you the deceased cornea from a person that passed away. Mm-hmm. So at the present moment, like, man, I don't know if I want to do this, because like, I had different kind of scenarios in my head. Like, I'm gonna wake up blind, or what's gonna happen.
You'll have zombie eyes.
Yeah,
you see dead people.
You're looking at X-ray vision. Anything gonna happen. So I'm like, man. But at that time, Chris, I was at the point I just want to see. I want to be normal again. I'm tired of living the way I live. I'm tired of how people do stuff for me. I just want to be a normal person where I can do for myself. So I agreed for the surgery, and I agreed to get the surgery, not knowing I'm gonna have 7 surgeries later. Mm-hmm. So went from 1 surgery to 7 surgeries. Never forget my first surgery. I was in Durham. I left my mom, and it went pretty well, but it rejected. And the reason why I rejected the first time because I was new to this situation and I didn't know about the eye drops. And once you finish the eye drop, you're supposed to got some more.
Okay.
For me, I didn't get no more. I thought it was done, so it rejected. So then we had to get another one, and kept going online because it kept rejecting. Not because of the eye drop situation, just I don't know, it wasn't sitting well with my eyes. The cornea wasn't sitting well with my eyes, so I ended up having 7 eye surgeries, 6 corneal grafts, and 1 cataract surgery. But what led me to understanding the purpose was the 5th eye surgery. I was married then, my 5th eye surgery. So my wife, she was with me 3-4 my surgery. So I never forget I went to her. I was living in Durham, North Carolina. I went to her and said, why? Because I woke up the same. I woke up the same. Vision was blurry. And told me that I'm just gonna wake me up because I had sleep apnea. So I couldn't hardly move. So many different emotions and effects that day. Like, what's going on? Why am I still the same? Why I can't see? Why my vision didn't change? So I began to get into a depression, anxiety stage where I went to my wife. I said, "Why every time something looks good, it gets bad?" And I just broke. And I'm like, no, you would think like after people have surgeries all the time. After the first surgery, you good. After the second surgery, maybe I follow surgery ban, but 7 eye surgeries, and the 5th one, you wake up, are you like the first surgery happened? It was crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very frustrating for you, and having to go back in. And were you going now when they were conducting the surgeries? Were they using lasers?
No, I couldn't use laser at all. It was an actual surgical procedure where they use the cutting knife and all that other stuff. So surgical
Okay.
procedure where they yeah.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
that's 7 surgeries where they're slicing your eye open, putting in a cornea from a dead person, and wow, that is. I'm frustrated for you having to deal with all that. So obviously, though, things have made a turn. Correct.
Yes, sir. Definitely my turn. Thankfully, after my seventh eye surgery, which was a cornea transplant, my vision went from a 20/200 to now left eye 20/40 and right eye 20/50. And I haven't worn glasses in 3 years.
Hmm. That's
Yes, sir.
excellent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But in the midst of all this, like it was just so much, I dealt with from 6 to 29 years old of all this happening, dealing with so many emotions that I never told anybody, bottled up with so many things. 'Cause I said it was something that was new. At first, I put it to the side. I got keratoconus. Okay, boom. Because after that, it's funny. I never heard about it no more until I got older. And now when I was working in the college in Raleigh, and the guy said, "Yeah, you about to get cornea transplant." So I said, "Oh, word for real?" I said, "What you got?" He said, "I got keratoconus." But the funny thing about it, nothing went wrong. His situation was like mine. He just had to get it because something like that should reshape his cornea. So I thought about something. Is it just me? No, why it happened? Because my vision was bad. My vision when I couldn't even. Right now, 30, 20 some years ago, I probably wouldn't be able to see right this close.
Wow.
You know, couldn't see the menus, couldn't drive at night for a whole year. It was just bad. They had to come. I had went through the thing called the Vision and Service for the Blind, where they had to put dots on the stove for me to be able to understand the stove there because it was just that bad. My vision was bad. So seeing him and like seeing like it wasn't like mine. Like I was quite like, hold on. So I'm the only one that has it this bad. So there's a lot of questions going on, Chris, man, in my head. Like I just got bottled up and really understand it, and touch resentment and anger, touch the bitterment, because during my fifth eye surgery, didn't have any support from from church and different people. So I was in a moment of just want to be alone. I slept, I ate, all I did was sleep and eat, and wasn't really a person. And I couldn't work the whole time because I lost my job. So that's another thing too that had me going down. So like it was just so much, but I knew at a person there's a purpose behind this. Unless people don't say that everything we go through in life is a purpose behind it. Maybe we not know it then, but as you continue to go through the journey and the process, it's a purpose behind everything you go through. And that's when after the seventh eye surgery and me really sitting down to understand the situation, I began to find my purpose and understand what time we do next.
And so, what was that purpose?
My purpose was to help young people understand that your disability doesn't fit your ability. No matter who you are, no matter where you came from, no matter your past. When I say disability, I say mental and physical because, I have a physical, but some people may have a bad behavior problems, different mindset. It's a mental. So your disability doesn't affect your ability. It doesn't affect who you are. It doesn't stop you from becoming a great leader, a father, a provider, a husband, a wife, a mother, entrepreneur today. Because, it didn't stop you. You didn't let your past dictate your future. You're allowed now. Though you had a disability. Now, what can you do with other people? And that's what I found out my purpose was being with young kids with special needs.
So, in what ways do you help kids with disabilities? I know you have your shirts and your merchandise, and I see you wearing your awesome hat there.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
so, and I know that motivates. So what else do you do for them and with them?
Yes, so last year during the pandemic, I published a book called Six Tips to Cope with Having a Disability. That's a book that I wrote, the six strategies that I used with myself when I was going through my situation to help me cope with my disability, help me keep my mental, help me keep insane. I wrote a book to help them and mentor them and show them that there is a better way, that you don't have to feel alone. You don't have to feel depressed, and you don't have to feel anxiety. Do these steps and understand that step who you are, creating a hobby, making adjustments, and surrounding yourself with a good environment, which is a couple of the strategies in my book, and understand that all that you're going through is a purpose behind it. And at the end, you understand what your purpose is. And I created a program too around it. I'm trying to get to the school system now for special needs kids to understand They need this. They need to understand though. There's 6 tips to cope with having a disability, but in the middle of 6 tips, you gain confidence. You gain clarity. You understand who you are. You character build. You have personal development and different like that. So that's part of what I do with everything with my own, especially kids.
That's fantastic. So what is the youngest someone can start that program?
I would say youngest. Well, I was doing middle school, but I understand too that elementary school kids go through the same situation. The thing about it, a lot of them don't talk about it. So if I can reach you at 18, at 10 years old on up to get you, that get you now, that's why I go. So I say between 10 to 18 years old. 'Cause that's a present moment of time where all this happened. Even me at age of 6, I didn't understand what was happening, but now since it happened, I understand how to help other people at the age understand what happens as well.
So the program sounds like it's pretty flexible or adjustable to the student.
Yes, sir. Definitely. We go through. You go through 6 strategies on a 6-week program. Go through 6 strategies. We can dive deeper to each strategy because I want them to understand each strategy. You dive deeper into it. So the more you know about yourself, the better you better come and better open up and then realize, okay, my disability doesn't affect my ability. I will be this. I'm going to be this. I can be this.
Awesome. So where could someone find that program?
And so you can find the program on my website at www.artmesh.com. And again, www.artmesh.com.
Excellent. So besides the program, and let's talk about that merch I mentioned earlier. So what motivated you to start your own merchandise line?
Yeah, so it's funny, Chris, how it happened. I talk about think of this power in the pandemic. A lot of things happened last year, 2020, that led people downfall, straight for things. But when I got furloughed last year, April 12th, American Airlines, I said I want to do something to help motivate the people. I want to help motivate the kids because they're going to virtual learning. This is hard. I couldn't sit 8 hours in front of a computer all day. So I created an I am brand. I am Art Mitch. But on the shirt is affirmations for kids and youth. So I am bold, I am smart, I am confident, I am determined, I am successful. But more than anything, I tell people all the time, you are enough. You are enough in your life. You are enough in school. You are enough in your family. You're enough everywhere you go because you are enough. And I created the I am brand to build motivation, that power with the kids to understand that they can be whatever you want to be. No, yes, you're doing virtual learning, but you still can be passionate is great. Yes, you got the test online, but you still can pass it as you in person. So giving it that motivation, go from disappointment to winning and thriving.
I love those shirts because we all need reminders that, we're going to face struggles, but those struggles don't define us. It's how we respond to the struggles that really show who we are. And I love especially that last word, enough, because I think that even you can be an adult and you can struggle with thinking that you are capable of the task, that you are worthy of the position that you hold. And so I really am grateful that you have created those shirts. And again, you can find those at artmitch.com.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All this on my merchandise page on the website. Yes, sir.
Excellent. So,
yes,
so besides the program and the merchandise line, what else do you have going on, and what's looking in the near future for you?
Well, yeah, so I got a couple of upcoming speaking engagements coming up. Speaking to some youth, I did a youth champs conference last Saturday. Did the Success Chronicles Sunday, but for the rest of them, March, April, and May, got a couple of speaking engagements coming up, talking to some youth, a couple of men's conferences. So just really getting out there, speaking, telling my story. I'm all about I want people to hear my story. I want people to understand that your mind matches your destiny, anything is possible. And having that, man, your disability doesn't affect your ability. You continue. Tell everybody around here I want to reach the school system, reach organizations, just really tell my story. So that's what I've been doing, really pushing my story out there, man, because people they need to hear this. They need to hear 7-eye surgeries. I was also a 2-stroke survivor and diabetic, but I'm able now to continue to do what God called me to do and walk in my purpose.
That's fantastic. And unfortunately, we had a couple of seconds where we lost you, but then you came back audibly, and so I think we caught the most of that. And so about those speaking engagements, can people reach out to you for those at artmitch.com as well, or is there some other place where they could possibly book you?
Yes, for speaking engagement, you can reach out at info@artmitch.com. You send me an email there, and my admin will respond back to you. So it's info@artmix.com, and that's how you book for speaking engagements.
Excellent. And so we're gonna tell all that information one more time, Art. But if there was one thing that you wanted someone who needed to hear this message today to take away from it, what would that message be?
I would tell them to dream big and understand. Don't let the way you feel affect the way you flow. Don't let how you feel affect how you can become, how you can help people out. Because you better understand, not about us. Everything to do is about us impacting somebody else. Because the very same thing that we went through, somebody either going through it now or been through it. So we here not for ourselves, but for help other people endure to the end.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And one more question I have to ask you. My audience loves to hear the answer to this. What is your favorite dinosaur?
I said Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And why T-Rex?
Cause he's big and he like eating people up.
He doesn't take no for an answer, does he?
Yeah, sir, no. He's gonna go get you and eat you.
That is true. Well, Art, it's been a pleasure to talk with you. And again, I appreciate the help you gave me so I can create my own shirt, Pass on Perfection and Go
Yes,
for
sir.
Greatness. And
I
so,
love that, man. I love that.
yeah, thank you very much. And so again, to reach out to Art, to book him for speaking, you reach him at info@artmitch.com. You can go to artmitch.com for his program and his own merchandise. So please seek him out there to find out, again, what I'm up to, including my endeavors, including my pop shop, my tag and pop shop, as I call it, my speaker websites, the YouTube channel, the podcast, and my other endeavors, including my book, Blue Talks Presents Business Life in the Universe, Volume 3. You can go to linktr.ee/Chris DT Gordon. So thank you very much for joining us. Please like, subscribe, please share the good news, because Art has a fantastic message for everyone. And so please share it with a friend of yours. My friend, thank you very much for joining me today. Remember to have a great day, and remember to pass on perfection and go for greatness.